Haggle fans, of Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now. We have a mailbag video coming up later on this weekend. I want my questions put in the comments section right now by you, the subscriber. Hashtag Eagles down below. If you're brand new, and we had 700 new subscribers to the channel this past week, I appreciate you guys. Welcome to the channel. This is what we do. We do mailbag videos every single week, so go down below. Hashtag Eagles in the comments. Ask any question you want, and if you're a subscriber, you might get your question pulled and featured on a mailbag video coming up later on this weekend. Again, must be a subscriber with plenty of great content. If you haven't done it yet, go down below. We're trying to get 25,000 subs here very, very soon. All right, let's jump into the latest Eagles news and rumors here on a Wednesday, and if you're on Twitter, you know the big news of the day, and that is that Brandon Brooks is officially retiring. And so we saw this news about, 2 hours before the press conference saying that he had reworked his deal to save the team a bunch of money, and you went, oh, wow, he's going to come back on a cheaper contract. No, he's essentially reworking his deal in order to help the Eagles while also protecting himself and getting some extra retirement pay, essentially, by reworking the deal and then officially retiring from the National Football League. Now, according to my calculations, and don't quote me on this because I ran the numbers, it could be a little bit different, but Philadelphia is going to save, like I said, $12.39 million this offseason, giving Philadelphia $27.78 million in cap space in 2022. Now, that, of course, can change depending on what they want to do with the later years of the remaining deal of the Brooks contract. The details have not officially come out, but my calculations show that is how much money they're going to save. They're going to save something, right? Whether it's $12 million or $5 million or $6 million, they're going to save something. That's good news for Philadelphia. And honestly, this was the right move and the right call for Brandon Brooks. Brooks said this in his it was like an hour and a half long press conference today, or at least it was 45 minutes. It was fantastic. Quote, although I may no longer play, I'll be an Eagle forever. I'll always bleed green year round. I'm Philly. This is home for me. This will always be home for me, end quote. Brooks also talked about how he's going to go ahead and apply to UPenn and potentially go ahead and get his, or at least look to go ahead and get his, I think it was business degree is what he said. Either way, he's going to stay in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is his home. And let's just give a quick, thanks to Brandon Brooks, right? Let's just quickly mention what he did for Philadelphia. Came over as a free agent addition, played right guard, and solidified the right side. He became the best right guard in the National Football League and was a three-time Pro Bowler from 2017 until 2019. Had he not had back-to-back season-ending injuries, the Achilles again, and then, of course, the torn pec, he would have started this past season and probably played out the remainder of his contract as one of the best right guards in the National Football League. Injuries are the reason why he is retiring, but we do say thanks to what he was able to do because you forget that he was a starter the entire year in 2017 and a big key contributor to Philadelphia winning their first Super Bowl 52 against the Patriots. The good news in terms of all of this, although it is sad that Brooks is retiring, one, the cap space saving, which is great, and two, Philadelphia is fine along the offensive line. They played the entire year without Brandon Brooks and were very, very good. The number one rushing attack in the National Football League, and they get Jack Driscoll back from injury this coming off season. He was what I would assume to be the starting right guard. Depending on what happens with Kelsey, maybe you can move Dickerson over to right guard because you get Sam Malu back as well, but Dickerson goes to center if Kelsey retires. So there's some, mixing and moving here, some shuffling of the deck in terms of the Eagles' offensive line, but they have Driscoll, they have Urbig, both of which can be very, very effective right guards, and so Philadelphia, I don't think is going to miss a beat, but they will miss what was one of the great offensive line free agent additions, really since Jason Peters, Philadelphia has had in a very long time, and just a great guy and a great Eagle, and we wish him well for the remainder of his, not career, remainder of his life, whatever he's going to do in retirement. Enjoy the money, obviously, and get healthy and enjoy being done with the National Football League. Wish Brooks well. Let's get a little Let's Go Brandon right now in the comments section, right? It's Brandon Brooks, right? We can wish that's fine, right? Wish him some happy retirement. Give me a Let's Go Brandon down below in the comments section right now. Now, again, according to my calculations, and again, I will update you guys on this if I am wrong, but according to everything I see right now here at noon on a Wednesday, the salary cap breakdown will put Philadelphia with the 15th most cap space as it stands in the 2022 offseason, right below Cleveland at $28.6 million, and right above the Texans at $23.6 as well, 23.6. So Philadelphia potentially more ammo to head into free agency and get a receiver, which we'll talk about here coming up in just 1 second. First, ad break, pin comment down below, excitement level for free agency with the new money, right? They're going to get some new money via the Brandon Brooks retirement. Are you excited about it? I know you are. Scale 1 to 10, give me your thoughts down below in the comments section right now. Now, when we talk about free agency with the Philadelphia Eagles, it's very important to look at positions of need. And wide receiver is a position that we've talked about a lot in terms of being maybe the number one free agent need, because I think the free agent market for wide receivers is very much in favor of Philadelphia. And now with their potentially new money from Brandon Brooks retiring, DJ Chark has been a name that's been thrown around a lot over the past couple of days, someone that people have asked me about, and I want to give you my thoughts and the overall look at DJ Chark. So Chark, of course, is the Jaguars wide receiver. He will be a free agent this offseason. He didn't see him a lot this past season because he did break his ankle early on in the year and missed 13 games, and so you're thinking about where was DJ Chark in week 13? Well, he wasn't playing in the National Football League because he was, of course, injured. Now, the Eagles do have a Jaguar connection, as you saw. They made multiple trades with the Jaguars last year, most notably of which was Gardner Minshew, and potentially one of the guys facilitating and brokering that deal was former Jags GM Dave Caldwell, who was signed on to Philadelphia's staff as an executive position, or at an executive position this past season. Chark fits the big body mold. He's a big physical receiver on the outside, still has a lot of speed as well. And you talk about guys to pair with DeVonta Smith. Mike Williams gets thrown around a lot. Chark is kind of a cheaper version, in my opinion, and could be a really, really good addition to Philadelphia on the outside. Now, Philly Voice has a great write-up on Chark in terms of his time as a Jaguar and what he can do with Philadelphia. I'll throw that up on your screen right now. Quote, Jaguars free agent, who I think makes sense for the Eagles this offseason, is Chark, a 6'4", 198-pound former Pro Bowl receiver who Caldwell selected in the second round of the 2018 NFL Draft. In addition to his large catch radius, Chark is an impressive athlete who ran a 4.3 4.40 and posted a 40-inch vertical at the 2018 Combine. Chark has down-the-field big playability and is also a threat in the red zone. A highlight reel from 2020, working with a combination of Minshew and other quarterbacks like Jake Luton and Mike Glennon. So why would Chark only be sort of a medium-price free agent? After his Pro Bowl season in 2019, his number fell off a bit in 2020, working with some bad quarterbacks, followed by his 2021 season, during which he missed 13 games with a broken ankle, end quote. So you get the thought here, right? 6'4", 200 pounds, big physical, vertical threat down the field, and the only reason why he's going to be cheaper than a Mike Williams or an Allen Robinson is because of the ankle injury, which happened early on in the season, which is better than later on in the season. Overall career stats, 43 games, 15 touchdowns, 2,000 yards. This would be a great addition. I mean, this is kind of what you wanted in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, except the fact that he's faster, right? I mean, he's faster than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, and since Whiteside left, really since Alshon Jeffrey left, I mean, Whiteside's still there, since Whiteside stunk and Jeffrey left, they've been looking for a big body receiver to go ahead and kind of fill that jump ball, deep ball target who can catch a ball across the middle, take a hit, and keep going. Chark makes a lot of sense there as well. I would like Mike Williams more than Chark, but again, monetarily, if you want to save a little bit of money, Chark could be a cheaper option, and of course, the Eagle exec, former Jaguar GM Caldwell, drafted him, and so knows a lot about him overall. Anything would be an upgrade over the current receivers we have besides DeVonta Smith. You guys know that, right? I mean, come on. Any receiver is going to be an upgrade over Reagor, is going to be an upgrade over J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Chark plus Watkins plus DeVonta Smith is a really good 1-2-3 punch. You guys think the Eagles need to add a big receiver? We talk about smaller, speedier, quicker receivers in the draft like Olave and Mechie and Williams, but do they need a big receiver? If they do, type Y down below for yes. If they do not, type N down below for no. Speaking of needing something right now, and I actually ordered some new Eagle gear a couple of days ago, and then I saw this, and I'm bummed that I already ordered stuff, but this hoodie is on sale right now for $52.99. It's a good-looking hoodie. Sometimes there are dumb-looking hoodies out there, and they don't look that good. This is a hoodie you could rock to, boys' night out, rock to go get drinks in, rock to go to dinner with the family. $52.99 instead of $70 right now. Chatsports.com/Eagles hoodie. Big fan of this one. Again, I just ordered a DeVonta Smith jersey, and so I can't afford the hoodie right now, but it is on sale for you guys, and I know you want to pick one up. Chatsports.com/Eagles hoodie, link down below in the description box. Okay, quickly here, I saw this article about the Eagles drafting a running back, and I went, what? I think I drafted a running back? And then I read the article, and I was like, oh, this actually makes sense. When you look at the Eagles running back depth chart, you got to realize that Jordan Howard is a free agent, Boston Scott is a free agent, therefore meaning that 2 of your 4 starting running backs are going to potentially not be here in 2022. Now, you can make the argument that Jordan Howard should be re-signed, and I like that idea. I think Howard was fantastic when healthy. The problem is when healthy, so it depends on the price of Jordan Howard. He only played for like $980,000 last year, so maybe you can get him for pretty darn cheap. But if Howard is let go, then you really may only have Miles Sanders and Kenny Gainwell. I love Miles Sanders and Gainwell, but Sanders, as shown this past season, can't really stay healthy. And so you make the argument, okay, what about a 3rd or a 4th round draft pick on a rookie going into the 2022 NFL draft? Well, if you're wondering who the best 4 are, there are some really good ones here. Kenneth Walker out of Michigan, he's the best one in the draft. I don't think he'll be there in the 3rd or 4th round, but a really good option if you want to pair him with Miles Sanders. Breece Hall out of Iowa State is another great option. He will be there in round 3 or 4, in my opinion. And I love Isaiah Spiller at the bottom of the 4 stack here that you see. Out of Texas A&M, to me, he could be the best back in the draft, but for some reason, other draft scouts don't think that he is. He falls back a little bit. 3rd, 4th, 5th round, I mean, he could be a really good option right now for Philadelphia. Like, I could see Philadelphia adding a running back. Would I like Howard to come back? Sure. I think they could just keep the 4 that they have right now, bring Boston Scott and Howard back, and be still the number 1 rushing team in the National Football League. But you think long-term here, you can get a rookie running back on a cheap contract. They're paying Kenny Gainwell nothing, right? You get another one in there, pay these 3 running backs virtually nothing, and then when Miles Sanders' contract is up, you let Miles Sanders walk because no one wants to pay a running back a second contract, and you just insert Kenneth Walker or insert Isaiah Spiller, and of course Kenny Gainwell, and then you still have great running backs going forward here in the future. It's just a thought. But I read that article and thought it was interesting, so I want to share that with you guys here on the channel. What do you guys think? Should the Eagles draft a running back? I think they should. Type D down below for draft. I think they should pass. Type P down below for pass. Finally here, just like a minute on this, I want to just mention it. Jonathan Gannon is not a finalist for the head coaching job in Denver. The reports coming out of Fox and ESPN the past couple of days saying they've narrowed down their search to 3 candidates, and Gannon did not make the list, although they were still very high on Gannon and said he interviewed very, very well. So he can still go ahead and get the Texan job. That one is still being thrown out there right now, but as it had been talked about, especially here on the channel, Gannon had interviewed with the Vikings, the Broncos, and the Houston Texans. He is out of the Denver Bronco job. Could he get the Texans or Viking job? We'll cover it and follow it here on the channel. All right, ultimately today on our Philadelphia Eagles news and rumor video, mailbag call, of course, coming up later on this week. Hashtag Eagles to be a part of that. Go down below, use the hashtag Eagles, and of course, be a subscriber as well. Ultimate today for Philadelphia Eagles Now. Thomas Mott signing off for the rest of your day.